and people were, it was an explosion. I was in that meeting.
Dr. Paul Enenche replying to Abel Damina with style, without calling names and exposing his spiritual father. Whenever Paul Enenche is talking about Abel Damina, he doesn't call names. He will just, move around. But whenever Abel Damina is talking about Paul Enenche, he must call names. Now, as I always say, are these things even needed? Is it needed in the church? Is it needed? Anyway, guys, I welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do well to subscribe to the channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always being here. Kiss, kiss. So, guys, let's talk about this. So, Abel Damina, as you know, said certain things that doesn't go well with the Dunamis pastor, which of course he shouldn't have, especially when he went on podcast, to even bring up his marriage matter on podcast. And he didn't just talk, he was mentioning names. And I know that sometimes, podcast is something that there's this spirit that podcast carries that I've always talked about. Sometimes when you go on podcast, you don't know when you say certain things, and when Nedu and his group ask you certain questions, you won't know when you are talking. And again, Nedu and his group was actually direct. They called names when they were asking him questions. So it's even somehow for him to dodge that particular question or dodge the names. But when he said certain things and talking about how he ordained him and all that, but when Paul Enenche is answering, sometimes he just talking, he just preaching, but you will notice it. You will know the drama in the church, the drama in the house of God right now, with different churches right now. Okay, pastors shading pastors, pastors fighting pastors. If you see the way Paul Enenche was talking, you will know that he's trying to tell Abel Damina that whatever he's saying is lies. But the truth of the matter is, I posted something some days ago about the truth and exposed a particular document they signed before, where Abel Damina signed, then Pastor Paul Enenche signed, and also Dr. Becky, Paul Enenche's wife, also signed, to show that they are all, co-owners of Dunamis. That is, Dunamis started with the three of them. Even though it's not as if Abel Damina owns Dunamis per se. No, he doesn't. But he also signed. So Abel Damina is kind of correct when he said when Dunamis started, he was there. But if you watch the video I played from the beginning of this video, you see where Pastor Paul Enenche is talking as if it was Oyedepo. He grew through Oyedepo. He came through Oyedepo. And if you notice, even the Salvation Ministry pastor also, David Ebiomie, he also came through Oyedepo. So me, initially, I actually thought Paul Enenche came through Oyedepo, until Abel Damina started, exposing these particular things. You get the point. Started exposing that, he's the one that ordained him. He's the one that even, helped out when their marriage was having crisis at the beginning, when they were about to get married. The mother did not want them to get married. He spoke to the mother, this and that, even called the mother's name and all that, which are things that I'm sure that Paul Enenche is not happy with. So Paul Enenche is using style to tell him that you might be thinking you ordained me, but no, I was there with another pastor. That is, he was with Oyedepo from the beginning. And you know that Paul Enenche has been a great pastor. He has one of the biggest churches in Nigeria. And you might be thinking that, okay, maybe Abel Damina ordained him. What if maybe Paul Enenche was actually under Oyedepo without Abel Damina knowing? When you're like serving two masters, you are either here, you are there. You are here today, you are there tomorrow. So Paul Enenche is beginning to choose who he wants to work under. Like, he believes that Oyedepo is his master, not Abel Damina. And I feel that the reason why he's doing all these things is because the way Abel Damina is even carrying the matter is what is even provoking him. The way Abel Damina is fighting and saying that he's performing fake miracles, it's annoying him. If you claim you're my spiritual father, you shouldn't be exposing me or saying certain things to the world that will make people not to trust my miracles or trust what I do in my church, or for my congregation not to trust me. So I feel all those things are what's even making Paul Enenche angry, not because he doesn't want to see him as a spiritual father or all that. Okay. And the way Abel Damina is always going about the whole thing, as I said, I am not against Abel Damina, but I just feel that he's over pressing the issues, he's overdoing it and making other pastors look like all miracles they are performing are fake. Him himself, he has said it before, that he used to preach prosperity, he used to also do all these things, and now you have changed. If you have being a changed person, at least that it's a gradual process. Nobody came and insulted you for you to change, right? So you too should not insult other people for them to change. That's what I just think. Okay, that's what I feel. You should take it easy. That's just it. But anyway, guys, what do you think under the comment section? For me, this church world, church shading, pastor shading each other, I think it's not needed. It's not needed at all. Anyway, guys, please do well to subscribe to the channel, like this video.